I don't want to make a statement, but it seems that I have to, and being forced into things tends to make me rather resentful. I don't think a statement from a micropress RPG company, publisher, and YouTuber really means very much either. I think a lot of company statements are as hollow and meaningless as a Starbucks Pride Cup. We've gotten to the point, however, where not only words are absurdly considered violence, but the lack of words is considered violence. Specifically, white silence is violence. Due to the colour of my skin, it would seem that I am set to be judged in exactly the same way that the far right judges me and tries to say that I'm a Jew or mixed race or something else, as if that means anything. Oh, the irony. The real world is not black and white. There is nuance, there are shades of grey. You get the rough with the smooth, or more commonly, there's the occasional delicious nugget of sweet corn in the poop. I'll keep this as short as possible, though that comes with the risk of being misunderstood, so please seek clarification from me if you need it, or you take offence to anything that I say here. I believe discrimination on the basis of race is wrong. To any race, from any race. I believe discrimination on the basis of gender is wrong. To any gender, from any gender. And so it goes for any identity category you care to mention. I don't care at all what ethnicity you are. I don't care at all what nationality you are. I don't care at all about the configuration of your genitals unless I'm sleeping with you. I don't care at all what kind of genitals you prefer either. I don't hire people or work with people or befriend people on any of these bases. I hire people on the basis of talent, budget, and affordability. I'm not going to reject you on the basis of your identity, unless as an individual you're an horrible cunt. But equally, I'm not going to lift you up because of your identity. I'm not going to give you any kind of special break or make it easier for you or seek you out because of any of your identity categories. I believe Black Lives Matter because they're human lives, and all human life matters and has worth, and everyone should have equal rights. I can't sign up to Black Lives Matter because it means more than that. I'm anti-authoritarian, which includes anti-fascist, but I can't sign up to Antifa because Antifa has meaning that goes beyond my anti-authoritarianism and a whole bunch of beliefs and practices that I cannot and do not agree with. And so it goes for every identity category and almost every activist group that you care to mention. I have my own pet issues. I think it's understandable that I prefer to focus on those. Homelessness, men's issues, mental health, creators' rights, free expression, sexual expression. These are my obsessions. I think Helen Pluckrose, one of the academics involved in the SoCal Squared controversy, put my sentiment very well on Twitter. I refuse to attach any social or moral significance to race, and I think I largely succeed in doing that. I also oppose people who do attach any social or moral significance to race on ethical grounds. That's pretty much where I am, but not just limited to race. I believe peaceful protest is more successful than violent protest, and there are statistics supporting that. At the same time, I understand and accept the riots and even the looting, even if I don't approve. To understand a thing is not to condone a thing. I believe that the big problem that we all face is not racial discrimination, but economic disparity, and I think the statistics show that. Once you control for wealth and class, what seems like a racial issue shrinks enormously, albeit, yes, it doesn't disappear entirely. If you address the problem of economic inequality, I believe you address the majority of what is seen to be racial inequality. I think we have a huge problem because we're so polarized that we don't even share a common language around these issues. So we can't communicate. And any attempt to have nuance has one simultaneously labelled as both a Nazi and a communist. That's absurd. Something has to give. What does systemic racism mean? I can't get the same answer from two people. Does defund the police actually mean defund the police or not? Do you understand what the term privilege actually means, and do you understand that the concept of white privilege is in and of itself racist and thereby undermines any point you might be trying to make? Or do you at least understand that it's received in a negative way? If we can't communicate, there's no hope for us. Many people have it in their head that I'm some sort of far-right bigot or communist because I have nuance. The pseudo-left thinks I'm a Nazi because I reject their authoritarianism. The far-right thinks I'm a communist because I espouse egalitarianism and socialist law and economic positions. Both hate me because I'm principled, not tribalistic, and pragmatic rather than pure. I'm a left anarchist, an anarcho-technocrat, a transhumanist. Race is irrelevant, and I refuse to play the game of thinking it matters and playing into the hands of the far right. What I can do, individually, is live my life in a way in which these things don't matter. To treat people fairly and equitably without regard for the identity category. If you must judge me on the things that I actually do. Running an art scholarship for the underprivileged. Raising money for a disabled trans person to have a wheelchair. Raising awareness and doing charity for mental health and men's issues. Employing people across identity categories, not on the basis of those categories, but because of their talent. I refuse, full stop, to be a hypocrite for anyone. And I'm not altogether on anybody's side, because nobody is altogether on my side. Take her easy, stay safe, stand up for what you believe in, but be principled and consistent. Zach.